Welcome to Mother Cluckers. My name is Debbie, and today I'm going to talk about why some people might be afraid of the bird flu. Bird flu, also called avian influenza, often causes alarm because of its potential to devastate commercial poultry farms and the rare possibility of infecting humans. When people hear about outbreaks, the news tends to emphasize the scale of the impact. Millions of birds culled, restrictions on poultry products, and even warnings about possible transmission to people. Naturally, this creates anxiety about food safety and the health risks to those raising chickens. But if you're raising a backyard flock, the reality is far less frightening, and understanding the disease can help ease those concerns. Bird flu is spread primarily by wild birds, particularly waterfowl, which carry the virus without showing symptoms. These wild birds shed the virus in their droppings, saliva, and nasal secretions, which can then contaminate surfaces, feed, or water. Commercial poultry farms, with their large, densely packed populations, are particularly vulnerable because the virus can spread rapidly in such conditions. Backyard flocks, however, operate very differently. Chickens in smaller, less crowded environments are far less likely to encounter the virus, especially if they aren't coming into contact with wild birds or their droppings. For backyard chicken keepers, the fear of bird flu often comes from the idea that they might unknowingly bring the virus into their coop. While this is possible, it's highly preventable with good biosecurity practices. First, limit your flock's exposure to wild birds. This means keeping your chickens in a secure run covered with wire or netting to prevent wild birds from flying in or perching nearby. Remove any standing water that might attract wild birds and clean up spilled feed promptly. Even small actions like these can make a big difference in reducing the risk of exposure. Pay attention to hygiene. If you've been near other birds, whether at a feed store, another farm, or even a park, change your shoes and wash your hands before entering your chicken area. Bird flu can hitch a ride on your clothing or footwear, so it's important to avoid bringing outside contaminants into your coop. Tools and equipment should also be kept clean and used only for your flock. Regular cleaning of your coop and feed areas ensures there are no buildup or droppings or debris that could harbor the virus. Another common fear is whether eating eggs from a backyard flock is safe during a bird flu outbreak. Here's some good news. The virus doesn't survive well at the temperatures used for cooking eggs. Properly cooked eggs and meat are safe to consume even in areas where bird flu has been reported. Also, backyard flocks are monitored far less frequently than commercial farms because their risk is much lower. By keeping your flock healthy and observing good practices, the eggs they produce remain safe and nutritious. The most important thing you can do as a chicken keeper is to watch your birds closely. Symptoms of bird flu include sudden lethargy, a drop in egg production, swelling around the head, and unusual respiratory issues like coughing or sneezing. If you notice these signs, contact your local agriculture extension office or a veterinarian immediately. Quick action can help contain any potential outbreak and keep your birds safe. It's also helpful to remember that bird flu in humans is extremely rare and usually happens only when someone is in prolonged, close contact with infected birds, such as during an outbreak on a large-scale farm. The chances of this happening with your small backyard flock are almost non-existent, especially if you take precautions. Instead of worrying, focus on keeping your chickens happy, healthy, and protected from outside threats. While bird flu can sound alarming, the reality for backyard chicken keepers is far less dire. By practicing good biosecurity, maintaining clean and secure coops, and monitoring your birds for any signs of illness, you can ensure your flock stays safe. There's no need to fear enjoying fresh eggs or raising chickens as long as you're informed and proactive. The peace of mind that comes with understanding the risks and knowing how to manage them is invaluable for anyone who loves their backyard birds. As always, we thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.